C.
Perfect.
OK， 好，那欢迎各位今天参与我们今天的意大利的运动与职业探索夏令营讲座，我是今天的主持人轩宇。那我们的 Sportech Academy 是给8到18岁的青少年提供我们综合运动训练跟职业启发的沉浸式体验课程。那在这里，学生不仅能学习专业技能，也可以更深入感受意大利独特的文化与精神。那营队全部都是英语授课的，是国际化的学习环境，让我们的孩子在跨文化的环境中培养国际视野与沟通能力。那我们今天非常荣幸能够欢迎来自 Sportech 的创办人兼 CEO。那我们全程是英文进行，讲座最后也会留问答时间，那大家有问题都可以先帮我们留在讯息栏也没问题，那记得用英文哦。接下来让我们用最热烈的掌声欢迎我们 Sportech 的代表。Please welcome the representative from Sportech Academy, CEO and founder, Marco. Please, Marco.
Hello, thank you so much for having me here today. It's a pleasure. I've been, we're working very closely with Claudia over the past year to try to bring you guys from Taiwan to Italy. As you know, Italy is very well connected nowadays with Taiwan because we have a direct flight from Taipei to Milano Malpensa. But so I'm the founder and CEO of Sportech Academy, and we offer immersive sport and career experiences in Italy. So all of our programs are run in Italy and are run during the summer. We did welcome students from Taiwan last year, and I've been meaning to travel to Taiwan sometimes in 2026. So hope eventually to either meet some of you there or directly here in Italy. So what we do is we offer summer programs in sports and career experiences fully in English. So a lot of people, when they think about Italy, you might think, oh, like I'm going to Italy, I have to speak Italian. No, like all of the programs that we do offer are fully taught in English. And last year alone, we welcomed students from more than 50 nationalities. And this year we have an objective to reach 80 nationalities. So we've been bringing students really from all over the world. So there's many, when you ask me about like let's say the demographics, I can say it's very mixed, right? And I think that's what makes it amazing, right? Is the fact that you can come to Italy, be in the summer in Italy, which is, one of the best places to be, but also be able to build connections of students from all over the world. Actually, this girl here, Victoria, she was from Taipei. So I went to pick her up also at the airport last year. So we got to chat a bit. And most of our programs are in Milan. So I would say that the majority of the programs that we offer are in Milan. We also do have other programs in Parma, Rimini, and Lake Garda, but it's always, let's say, in the northern part of Italy. When you think about Sportech Academy and the summer programs we offer, we do have sports, as I was telling you. We do have career experiences and academic integration. So what we offer, when it's everything that you think about when you think about Italy, right? So when you think about Italy, you probably think about fashion, you probably think about design, you think about food, you think about Italian opera, you think about fast cars, right? Like Ferrari, Lamborghini, like Formula One in general. There's very good medicine programs in Italy, but you also think about sports, right? So when you think about sports, what do you think about? You think about football, right? AC Milan is one of the clubs that won the most, right, in history. 7 Champions League just right after Real Madrid. But when I was a child, AC Milan was the club that won the most Champions League by then. And we also do have tennis. For those of you that don't follow tennis, I mean, Yannick Sinner was #1 for most of the year. Now is #2. Is fighting with Carlos Alcaraz to keep the lead in the world. But we have amazing tennis players in Italy, and there's a whole movement around tennis that is growing in Italy. Then we have also academic integration. So we have summer programs that I've done also myself when I was a student, probably the age of some of you. where I prepare myself, whether you're doing A levels, Cambridge A levels, or IB diploma. We do also offer preparation programs for those. So I'll go program by program. So as I present, feel free to drop questions in the chat, and as soon as I'm done, I'll answer all of the questions you have in the form that you like. You can turn on the mic and ask me the question directly, or drop it in the chat and I'll answer it to you. So we'll start from sports. So because this is the first program we started offering at Sportech Academy, right? So I'm an avid AC Milan fan, so I'm biased, but we built together with AC Milan an amazing program which is called the AC Milan Experience Elite. So there's a lot of football programs around the world, a lot of them in England, but this program, its unique part is that it's a high performance experience. This is not like a joking around type of like football program with the AC Milan brand. No, this is a program where if you come, you will train directly with the AC Milan youth sectors coaches, and you will train in Centro Vismara, which is the headquarters of the AC Milan training center, of the AC Milan youth sector. So for a week or 2 weeks, you will have the experience of really feeling like as if you were AC Milan player, right? This program is for students age 8 to 16 years old. It's for both boys and girls. And we do offer both day and residential options. I mean, coming from Taiwan, I imagine that most of you will opt for the residential option. The program is fully taught in English, so also the coaches will teach in English. We divide groups by age, so by age and skills, depending also on the amount of players we have. So we have from 8 to 10 years old, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is a training center. I will show you after a video. After I finish presenting, I will show you a video from last year to kind of get a grasp of how the programs look like. And again, Centro Vismara is the AC Milan youth sector's headquarters. So it's very nice. There's more than 7 training pitches, gym, rooms where you will do more technical sessions with coaches. And the program is, again, it's really simulates the experience of being like a football player for AC Milan. So there's advanced technical and tactical training, focus on individual skills, so improving as a player, high performance athletic preparation. So as you see, this kid is a kid from Bulgaria. He was in the gym where they did the athletic performance session. There's mental coaching. I mean, you cannot be a high performance sports player if you don't have the right mindset, right? And also nutrition and recovery. As you know, like nutrition is very important in for athletes. So they also have like workshops on nutrition, and then we have also sessions on match analysis. This is where the coach will look at the together with the match analyst and the players. You will analyze the game and understand how tactics work, like how other teams play. You will study your opponent, right? So it's a very, very, very cool program that we do. And the program is, so if you do the residential program, you most likely will get to Milan on Sunday. We do have an option for extra night if you need to arrive a day earlier. I remember there's like a flight. I mean, at least last year there was a flight from Taipei to Milan Malpensa that landed early in the morning, if I'm not wrong. So basically you will get here on Sunday. Sunday there's the welcome reception, and then Monday you start training. So you have training Monday, so morning training and afternoon training. Training Tuesday, like 2 trainings per day. Wednesday it's the cultural day. So it's cultural in the sense AC Milan culture. So this is where we will take you to see the AC Milan Museum, take you to see where the stadium is, and also do some sightseeing around Milan, because it's kind of the day off like from training. And then Thursday again, morning training, afternoon training. Friday, morning training, afternoon training. And then Saturday, there's a final tournament and the award ceremony where we do have AC Milan legends that come and meet and greet you. So last year we had Gianluca Zambrotta, And for those of you that don't know him, he was part of the AC Milan team, but he was also a world champion. So he won the world championship with AC Milan, with Italy back in the World Cup back in 2006. So this is kind of the typical day. It all starts with breakfast around 8 a.m. Then the AC Milan bus will come, pick you up, take you to the training center where you'll have the morning training, shower, head to lunch, then relax a bit, then afternoon training again. Then you go back to the hotel where you will have dinner, and then in the evening there's some you get to spend some time with your peers, play like PlayStation. This year there's the World Cup, so we'll watch like the World Cup game. So it's gonna be like a very it's nice because we'll have students from all over the world. So it's a way also to watch, support also other countries in the World Cup. So the key to each player, we do have a goalkeepers training as well. So there's a very good goalkeepers coach, and there's a pitch for goalkeepers dedicated to that. So goalkeepers usually train a bit with the just goalkeepers, so specific goalkeepers training, and then they also train with the rest of the players. You get a full kit, so you get 2 playing kits, so the red and black, and the other one is the white kit. Each the bag, the cap, a polo, and like casual pants. And each day after training, you will leave your dirty training kit to our staff. We'll wash it the day after. So if you start with red and black on Monday, on Tuesday you will wear white, and then on Wednesday again, training, but like on Thursday again, red and black. And so this is a way for also like giving the time for us to wash it. So that's a service that it's included. The residences where you will reside, they're actually very nice. It's called Park Hotel. We do have double rooms. All of our players stay on the same floors of the hotel, and we do have house parents that stay with you. So basically house parents are monitoring the students at the whole time. It's full board, so it's breakfast, lunch, dinner included. And what house parents do is that they make sure that students at night, they're all in the rooms. There's rules, strict rules to follow, of course. There's phone. The students can use phones certain hours in the day. So after dinner, usually we give the phones so that they can speak with the parents, etc. But throughout the day when they're playing, like no phones, at least we can push for them to socialize with each other. These are the prices. So 1 week residential program, 2,500 euros. 2 weeks, 4,750. We do have early bird discount. We'll extend our early bird until the 15th of January. So I am not announcing it now. Then I will share all the details with the EuroMe team. So we do have 10% off until the 15th of January. So I think that's a great opportunity. And then if you sign up during this period, you also get like a gift card for in case you're doing like a Christmas present. We will have also like a welcome video, and we'll also do a raffle, which I will tell you at the end. But basically for each program, for those that sign up and do like a online, they can get a, for example, AC Milan, it's a free AC Milan hoodie, right? These are the dates. So if you do, you can choose from as low as 1 week until like 4 weeks. I would suggest to do maximum 2 weeks because more than 2 weeks, it becomes very tiring. But basically the first cohort is 21 of June to 27th, second 28th to 4th of July, third intake 5th of July to 11th of July, and fourth intake from 12th of July to 18th of July. So I see there's a question. Let me go through, maybe because I cannot see them from my screen, I just hear it. So if you want, you can tell me the questions, or I can go through finish all the slides and then go back to the question. Maybe it's better. So the second sports program is tennis. As I was saying, tennis is growing very rapidly in like worldwide, but in Italy especially. Like Italy has very great tennis coaches. This program is for 11 to 16 years old, and it's again also residential and day option, co-ed, so both boys and girls. And this program is actually very cool because it takes place in a stunning location. It's a high performance tennis experience as well, which means that, you know, it's very intensive, like tennis training, but you will be on Lake Garda. So Lake Garda is the biggest lake in Italy. It's 2 hours from Milan. So you will get to Milan on Sunday. You will sleep in Milan on Sunday. And then Monday morning, we take everyone with the bus to Garda. Why? Because otherwise, with the shuttles, it becomes too complicated back and forth. So first night in Milan, and then head to Garda. It's 800 meters of elevation, so it's fresher than Milan for sure. The hotel where they'll stay is called Le Balze, and it has 11 tennis courts. So tennis courts are literally like 100 meters away from the room. So everything happens around that. But this place, it's amazing also to do excursions around the lake, being able to do, you know, sailing, mountain biking, hiking. These are all activities that we organize throughout the program. The model is similar to the football one in the sense that it's a lot of advanced technical and tactical training, focus on individual skills like biomechanics. So we do have a very low ratio of players to coaches, because this is really a program used to improve your tennis skills, right? So we also have your mental coaching, nutrition and recovery, like video analysis, really working on the movement. The program, again, here it's also full board, so 3 meals per day. And here you can do 1 or 2 weeks as well. So if you stay for the 2 weeks, on the weekends, we'll do again activities around the lake. We do have like a very strong team of coaches that, you know, they also taught leading like tennis academies, worked with players that are now like in the ATP World Tour. So very, very high quality. This is the typical day. It's split between, you know, tennis training, athletic training, right? Because in tennis, there's a lot of, in football as well, but in tennis especially, there's a lot of athletic training going on. And that's something that we'll stress around the program. Everything happens there, so there's no like having to move with buses throughout the day. It's literally the tennis center is 100 meters away from the hotel their stay. So it's a very pleasurable place to be. These are the typical rooms. Like we have double and triple rooms, depending on of course the hotel's availability. They will have private bathroom inside. It's a 4-star hotel, so again, like super good quality accommodation. I've been there, I've seen it, very nice. I will share also maybe some more pictures with the Europe Me team, and so they also have it. I also took a video like where I'm speaking around it. The prices are similar to the football program, and so 1 week residential program will be 2,500, 2 weeks 4,750. Same rule of the 10% off. And here for the raffle that we have for this like Christmas period, there's like Yannick Sinner, Nike hoodie that he wore doing Wimbledon. Not his official one, of course, like it's a replica, but it's the same one as he wore. Here are a bit different dates. So the first week will be 28th of June to the 4th of July, and the second week will be for the 5th of July to 11th of July. This is a new program, so usually when we start a new program, we always do 2 weeks first, and then if we get more demand, we'll extend 2 more weeks. Career experiences. So this is a very interesting type of programs that we offer. This is for high school students 15 to 18 years old. So I know that a lot of like also me, when I was a teenager, you kind of have ideas of what you want to do, but you don't really know until you try, right? And I'm super like pro, you think you want to do something, go ahead and try it. It's better to notice early on that that's not what you want to do than maybe decide that you want to study something, go do an undergrad, and then be like, oh, maybe this is not what I want to study. I'm going to have to change major, right? This is an opportunity for you to do like a 2-week program in something that you believe it's your passion, right? Or something that you think you're interested in. And then all of these programs are super hands-on. So it's really for you to try out something. So the first one, this is the program that, the first one we had, okay, like Milan, fashion capital of the world, right? No better place probably to do fashion than Milan. So this program is in partnership with Raffles Institute, which you might know because they're from Singapore. They also have Raffles in China, and they're very well known in Asia. So Raffles is a fashion and design school, right? They do offer undergraduate programs as well as masters. They do have their own European location in Milan, right? So this program is for, again, 15 to 18 years old that want to learn about fashion, want to get a hands-on experience on fashion. And it's a very cool program because there's a mix of theoretical lectures as well as hands-on projects. So throughout this program, you get the chance to build your own portfolio. This is very good, very important when you then go applying to university to already have a portfolio to showcase, right? So we also do have company visits. So we visit Armani, we visit Moncler, we visit Prada, really get a sense of what the fashion world is about. From this year on, for each week that you do, you can get 4 university credits. These 4 university credits, you will be able to use them in any university in Europe. So if you then decide to go to Paris, you can still use these credits. Of course, the university has to accept them, but you will be issued a diploma with the credits. So the way that the program works is that it's a 2-week program. You can also do 1 week. I usually suggest 2 weeks. The program takes place in Raffles. So you will be going to class to Raffles each day. So really be in a real university, which is pretty cool, like to do as an high school student. And the first week will be on styling and shooting. So styling and shooting is the more editorial part, right? It's where you go and create your own lookbook, your own like e-commerce campaign, right? So you'll learn how to really put together like a campaign and really go and shoot your own campaign for your project, right? The second week, it's tailoring and sustainability. So this is the more fashion design part. So this is the less editorial part, but this is where you will go and create your own fashion garment, right? You will go and create a dress. You will go and create like a bag. So this is like a very cool program that it's very useful. We do have a webinar. It might be a bit late for you though, because it's 7 p.m. European time next week with a fashion designer. We'll showcase how she started her fashion brand and how she's growing it. But it's very cool. The projects that I've seen are very impressive. So this is a very it's our like one of the first programs we had with the AC Milan that we still propose because it's going, it's growing each year. The way that the typical day works is that you will have the first lecture around 10 a.m. 2 hours and 30 minutes of lecture in the morning, more theoretical. Then there's a break, lunch break, and then in the afternoon you have a lab activity. So lab activity is where you will go and work on your project. And then after you're done with classes, we usually separate the groups, right? Because we also have the students from the other career programs that some of them maybe will go to Duomo, to the city center of Milan and, visit the area. But maybe we have another part of the group who's tired and want to go back to the dorm. So we'll split the group based on but we'll have activities each day. Then we have dinner. After dinner, we do night activities. Sometimes we do have like activities all together. Sometimes, you just want to watch a movie with your friends, you can do that. And again, like 11 p.m. lights off. If you do 2 weeks, on Sunday, we go to Lake Como. So that's a full day excursion. Very nice for those of you that have not been. And you will go with all the students from the other programs as well. The accommodation where you stay, it's very nice. It's called Aparto. It's a college dorm during the year, and we rent out rooms throughout the summer. You have single rooms with ensuite bathroom. So when I went to study in the US when I was in college, and I shared a bathroom with 20 people, and I had a roommate. So I think this is like a very good, very good place to be. There's a gym 24/7. There's cinema and game rooms. There's laundry that you can do. There's like outside space. You have everything that you need. And of course, we always have the house parents there. So at no moment students are left by themselves. They're always monitored by house parents. Also, when the way that they go to class is through public transportation, but Milan, I mean, if you study in college in Milan, you have to use public transportation, but you will always go with the house parents. So never let by students by themselves. Prices, so residential program 1 week, 2,550, 2 weeks, 4,850. Again, same theory, same topic about the early bird pricing. We do have 10% early bird offering on this program. The intake is very easy. It's the 4 weeks of July. So the first intake will be on the 28th of June, and the last intake will be on the 19th of July. So if you want to do 2 weeks, you will have to get here on the 12th of July, because otherwise, if you come on the 19th, you will only be able to do 1 week. Design is very similar format to the one of fashion. What does it mean? That it's always at Raffles. You will actually be in the same building as the ones doing fashion. We do have students that do 1 week of fashion, 1 week of design. You can do that because maybe you're like, I'm in between the two. Now a lot of like fashion and design, they're nowadays, you know, if you think about a lot of big like fashion brands, they're now going into hotels, they're going into restaurants. So there's a lot of intersection, right? So that's something that you might want to look into. We do the 2 weeks here are 1 week of interior design and 1 week of product design, right? And also here we do have the visits to strong Italian brands, right? So this is very important. We also do have the again, also here the university credits, 4 university credits per week done. And we also will visit the Design Museum in Milan. Very, very cool program. Location always Raffles. And interior design here, it's also good if you want to be an architect, right? Nowadays, architects are very good with interior design. Also, if in university you want to do architecture, I think interior design is a good knowledge to have because it gives you, you know, architect is more the, it's a bureaucratic part, but also structural part. Then interior design is more like of the internal, how really like the internals look, right? And it's growing a lot. Like the interior design space is growing a lot. There's the project that you work on for your portfolio at school. Like I've seen it last year. Students work on remodeling a room. So they would take like a room that, you know, it was like old room they got inspiration from and then completely revamp it. There's a lot of AI tools in this, and it's also very computer based compared to other type of programs. Product design is more about, you know, this is good also if you're maybe thinking the future car design, yacht design, or like, you know, any type of design. I think product design is where you actually go and build a product, right? You know, in the program you will work on also creating a prototype, like physical prototype of your product. So this is a very cool program. I suggest to do the 2 weeks and see kind of where you fit the most, and then they can also intersect because maybe some product designers will design something, you know, they will design like a couch that is also used, like that you might propose to a client in an interior design project. Same schedule, same prices, always 10% off. So, and same dates as fashion. Very easy. So you can go again 1 week of fashion, 1 week of design, or 2 weeks of fashion, 2 weeks of design. You can choose. Food, I mean, like Italy, okay, big land of culinary arts. We just got a big news this week. Italy was the first cuisine in the world to become heritage, cultural heritage of UNESCO. So big time for the food, Italian food sector. So this is cool not only if you want to become a chef. I would say that there's 3 types of people that should take this program. Aspiring chefs that want to become really elite type of chefs. The school that we do the program with, it's called Con Gusto Institute. It's a very good school in Italy, culinary school in Italy. There's Michelin star chefs that have got out of this. There's, you know, there's people, the chefs you work with are chefs that have worked in Michelin star restaurants. And so if you want to become a chef, this is a great one. But also if you want to be in the food business, right? This is not only about cooking, but it's also understanding how the food business work, how to start a restaurant, how different type of innovative food models, like it's really like a full immersion into the food world. So I think that's the second type of student that should participate. The third is, we've seen last year, we maybe had somebody that came to Italy. I'm like, I'm in Italy, might as well do 2 weeks of fashion and 1 week of food, because then I'm going to college in like 1 or 2 years or 3 years, and I don't know how to cook. So I'll take advantage. I'm in Italy and I'll learn how to cook. So these, I would say, are the categories. If you're one of these, you should think about this program. It's cool because you'll be in a kitchen, right? You'll be in a professional kitchen with professional chefs cooking, right? So you'll learn like very sophisticated like cooking techniques, but you'll also go visit dairy farms. So you understand how milk is made, how milk is used to make cheese, how different type of cheeses can then be used in your recipes. So here you can do also like only 1 week. You can do 1 or 2 weeks, really depends on how you like it. You, of course, do the pizza masterclass, you do handmade pastas, like discover about different regions of Italy by cooking, right? Understand why in some regions we have certain products and why we do certain type of food. And we also do like some sweet preparation, right? Italy, like very good desserts as well. So you'll visit also artisanal gelateria and really understand how gelato is made from scratch. So it's the schedule is similar to the other programs. I mean, you'll have like a morning session, then a lunch. I mean, you eat very well. You eat what you cook. So amazing lunch here. You'll probably see me a lot having lunch at the food program, and you'll also work on a food competition, right? You do a food competition, you learn about food photography, right? When a new restaurant opens, what do? You go on Instagram, look at the pictures, you go on TripAdvisor, right? So if the pictures look good, then you go. So basically, also the whole more communication and marketing section is very important. Same prices as the other programs, same early bird, and also same dates as the first 3 programs, the first week of July. Then you'll have all this information, like the AeroMe team will share everything with you so that you have it. Medicine. So this is another, although the 3 programs I showed you, fashion, design, and now medicine, they are in Milan. So keep that in mind. So medicine, it's a very cool program. I don't know if you know it, but so Italy has very good medical schools, and they do have programs in English, okay? And this is a key. So we have, for example, the university we work with, which is called Università San Raffaele. It's part of the one of the largest hospital groups in Italy. It's part of its top 40 medical university in the world. It does have an international doctors program, so fully in English. And when you look into the Italian medical system and private, we do have very good like public university as well for medicine. But when you think about pricing, for example, in Italy, 1 year, like each year of medical school is around 21,000 euros. Imperial College in London is 53,000 pounds. So probably like more than 60,000 euro a year. US is probably like $70,000 a year. So when you think about pricing, Italy is a good choice. Ranking is good. And then once you graduate from medical school in Italy, you can go work in the US. You would have to take a test, but everyone has to take that test. And then you can also go there, for example, right? So you're not tied to Italy as a doctor. So this program, it's really, you will be in the campus of San Raffaele, of the university. So you will have a full immersion of what the medical world is about. So you will be going from simulations with the medical simulator lab. You will do specialist workshops. So what does it mean to be a cardiologist? What does it mean to be an anesthesiologist? You will understand about medical research. How does medical research work, right? And also shadow doctors. So it's a very like 360 overview of what the medical world is about. It's an amazing program, and we do also prepare you for the exam. So you have all the medical university in Italy have like an entry exam. Public ones have the IMAT, private ones have their own test. So we'll kind of also give you like an idea of like what do you need to know for the test. Compared to other schools like GPA or like high school average is a bit less important in Italy to get into medical schools. What you really need is to ace the exam, because it all goes down to how well you perform on the exam. Similar typical day as the other ones. Very well connected. There's a subway that gets you from the dorm, which is Aparto. All the career programs in Milan reside in Aparto, and then for each day, each group will go to their location. And again, very similar, same schedule as the other one. It's around like 5 hours of day of like didactic activity. This is a strictly 2 weeks program, because if you only do 1 week, you'll miss part of the program. So you can only sign up for 2 weeks. The price is of the residential one, 4,850. We do have early bird here as well, so make sure to take advantage of it. And we only have one intake at this point, which is from the 5th of July to the 18th of July. It's 2 middle weeks. Italian Opera, another program, career program that we have in Milan. So as you know, Italy is very well known for its opera, right? And I don't know if some of you know it, but Milan is home to one of the most famous theaters in the world, which is called Teatro alla Scala. And this program, it's a really full immersion of what the opera world is about. So you will go take activities between Teatro Arcimboldi, Teatro alla Scala, and Piccolo Teatro. And it's a really full immersion in the opera world. This is La Scala. It's stunning. It's very impressive. On the 7th of December, there was La Prima, which was the first show of the year. And so here it's 2 weeks. So you can also do only 1 week. The first week is singing and costume, so working on vocal techniques and dictation, acting, movements, and costume design. And the second week will be directing and set design, storytelling, set design, and production. So here you'll be, it's something made for you to really understand what you would like to do into the opera world, right? But also if you want to be into the performing arts world in general, this is a program I would really, really suggest. Like very, very high quality program as well. It's similar schedule again, like you will have morning workshops and then afternoon like workshops. You actually put together a play by the end of the 2 weeks. So that's another interesting thing to be able to do well in Milan. And again, as I said, you can have the option to do 1 week, but also the option to do 2 weeks. So it's 2,550 for 1 week, 4,850 2 weeks. And we do have the early bird pricing as well. Weeks to midweek of July. So first intake on the 5th of July, second intake of 12th of July, or if you do 2 weeks, 5th of July only. This is my favorite program, but just because I used to be a race car driver, I used to race with kids that are now in Formula One. This is the race car engineering program. This is the program for students that want to eventually be able to work in the Formula One world or into the motorsport world. This program is in Parma, so we do provide a shuttle from Milan to Parma if you land in Milan. Parma, it's an hour and 15 away from Italy, and it's in the Italian Motor Valley. So this is where in Motor Valley there's Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ducati, Pagani, Red Bull, the Racing Bulls team. Like it's really the land of motorsport, and it's done in partnership with Dallara. So Dallara is one of the biggest race car manufacturers in the world. They build Formula 2, Formula 3, they build Indy cars, they build Formula 1 cars, they do the Super Formula in Japan, they're the Formula E, the Ferrari, they won the endurance race, the 24 of Le Mans was built by Dallara. So really, this is really an immersion of like, you want to be a race car engineer, this is the program for you, right? And it can also be for students that want to study aerospace engineer, like aerospace engineer, because if you do aerospace engineer, it's good for also for both cars, but as well as like aerospace and defense, right? This is, you will be in the Dallara factory most of the time, where you will do didactic laboratories here. So you will work with Dallara engineers that they will teach you about the engineering foundation and design. So everything about vehicle dynamics, aerodynamics. You will go on a racetrack and understand how an engineer operates during it, like a track day, but also you will be able to build your mini Formula One, and we'll have a competition in the end. So you will be able to apply the techniques, the principle of aerodynamics and racing. So it's a very good program. So year we'll reside in an accommodation in Parma, and then each day we will take you with a shuttle to the program. So because it's a bit outside of the city, this program has very limited spots. We do have an interview process for this program. So we just want to really understand if you're really motivated, because we limit the spots per country. We have maximum like 3 spots for a country, because we're getting so much demand, but the spots are very limited, and we want to make it as international and as like strong the group as possible. This is a strictly 2-week program, and the price of 2 weeks residential program is 4,850 euros. Here we don't have the early bird anymore, because again, as I told you before, the demand is very high and the seats are very limited. 5th to 18th of July. I'm almost done, so I'm sorry if I bored you, but I had to go through all the programs. I don't know exactly what program each of you are interested in. So academic integration, these are these are programs that I find very useful. Again, we've all been students. When I studied in Boston, and when I was like 15 years old, I went to Boston for the first time to do a pre-IB program. Then I noticed that a lot of the pre-IB, pre-international baccalaureate program were eliminated, and I was like, why don't I start one? Because I also run a group on top of Sportech Academy. I also run a day schools, private, international, and bilingual schools. So this program is for students going into the IB program. So maybe you're in the 2nd year of high school or 3rd year, usually 1st or 2nd year, I would suggest, where you want to understand how the IB diploma works. So you will come to Italy. You will be in an amazing place because it's by the beach. It's on the Italian Adriatic coast, where you will study. So you will do 2 subjects in the morning, 1 subject in the morning, 1 subject in the afternoon. In the IB, you have to choose 6 subjects. So you will choose 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon for week 1. And for week 2, you will do other 2 subjects. This way you'll get a way to start building your study skills for the IB. And after 3:30 p.m., we'll organize activities by the beach. So because again, you're teenagers, you will be studying. The career programs are more like hands-on. This is like more studying, which I think it can be good to do 1 year this program, the other year the career program. And but you get to do sailing, you'll get to do the Mirabilanda, which is a museum park in the weekend, visit the historic town of San Marino, beach volley, so very like cool place to be. And you have IB teachers, like professors that teach IB worldwide, that will come to Rimini for these 2 weeks. Again, the schedule, as I told you before, is similar. You have like a morning class, so you will do 1 subject in the morning, 1 subject in the afternoon. If you want to do like they will have like coaching and reflection session, and then fun and cultural and sports activities. You will be residing in accommodation, which is a hotel, very nice, and we'll have double rooms for this program. Price again, 1 week 2,550, 2 weeks 4,850. Again, this is Rimini, so the airport where you would have to get is Bologna, and then from Bologna we do have a transfer. These are the dates, the 2 midweeks of July as well. And then we also have a pre-A levels course. I think that probably in Asia, A levels is more diffused than IB. Similar program to IB. This is for students finishing IGCSE. So either finish the 1st year of IGCSE or already did the IGCSE exams. It's in Milan. So the accommodation where you will stay is the same as all the career programs that are in Milan. And what you will do in A levels, you have to choose 3 subjects minimum, but most students do 4. So you will choose two subjects for the first week, 2 subjects for the second week, and start getting your hands on A levels. This school is 10 minutes away walking from the dorm. It's another school that I run. We are one of the strongest Cambridge schools in Italy. We were the first one to also become authorized online Cambridge school in Italy, the first one. So it's a very cool program. These are the subjects that you can take: English, mathematics, science, biology, chemistry, physics. And we also do have electives, so economics or business, global perspective, philosophy, ICT, and computer science and Spanish. This is like the school where the program takes place. Program the same as the IB in terms of like day structure, accommodation the same, always a part of the same as the other programs, and same prices as the other programs. Also early bird apply. Same weeks as the pre-IB. And yeah, this is it. Thanks so much for bearing with me. I'll show you just a video to show you how the programs were last year, and then feel free to start asking questions. I'll show you 2 videos. So let me share my screen again. 1 second. So 1 second. So let me know if you can hear my. So this was the programs we had last year. Last year we only had 4 programs, so you won't be able to see all of them. But you hear me? You hear the sound? Was the other thing,